So now we're going to put everything together, okay? So we already went through every stretch along the hips, but now we're going to put those all together into what I call a hip flow. This one requires you to be low to the ground, so it is involving kneeling, and it is a little bit more challenging. So if this one is not yet ready for your body, don't force your body into something it's not ready for. If you can try it, it's a good thing to kind of try and see where your limitations are, see what you need to work toward. Don't limit yourself and just say, no, I can't do that, okay? Your range doesn't need to look like my range, and my range doesn't need to look like another person's range. It's whatever is within your body and what you're capable of doing and what you can strive for. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna come up into a kneel, starting in that same hip flexor position. I'm gonna bring that leg out, posterior tilt. So again, I'm gonna squeeze the heck out of that glute, reach up high, and lean over to the side. I hold each for about 3 to 5 seconds, but it's really, you're gonna move into it whatever feels good for your body. So maybe that's 3 to 5 seconds, maybe that's 30 seconds to a minute, okay? You can break this up or have it go as long as you need to. After my hip flexor stretch, I'm gonna reach and grab my back leg. Again, posterior tilt. I can bring it in closer to my bum if I have the range. If that is difficult for you, you can already start with a strap wrapped around your ankle, or a belt or a towel or whatever you may please. You can always grab that belt or strap and you can bring it up that way. You don't have to grab the ankle if it's not accessible to you. Then we go into the hamstring stretch. So we're gonna take those hips, bring them back right on top of my stabilizing leg. Again, these hip bones are gonna dive forward. If this is your range, this is your range. Keeping my foot relaxed, you might be able to come down more. You might want to relax a little bit more into it. Breathe into that for 3 to 5 seconds or however long you're gonna go. Making sure that if you bend over and you round through the spine, at least start with that anterior tilt. At least dive that hip bone into the thigh before you relax into it, okay? Then we're gonna bend this front leg. We're gonna actually spin into a glute stretch. So I'm gonna turn my body this way, and I'm gonna be stretching my front leg here into my glute. You can be as high as you need to. Maybe you're up here, that's fine. Maybe you're down low and you're bringing that knee in toward your chest and twisting a little bit more. Again, where your body goes. Then we flip on out and we come into an adductor stretch. What I want to make sure for this one is that you're keeping the knee out over that big and pinky toe. We don't want to be on the inside of that big toe, okay? So if you're up here, totally fine. Be up here. If you need to be up here, stretching here, fine, do it. Okay? What I don't want to see is this happening. Now I'm completely off my heel. I'm not getting a little added ankle stretch in there, and I'm diving my knee inward inside my toe. It doesn't teach me anything good for my body in terms of body awareness and motor control. So what I want to do is keep that knee out, away, toward my pinky toe, and sink into the stretch this way. Okay? Then I'm gonna actively bring my body over. You can always use your hands, walk it over, come as high as you need to, relax into it. Then we spin again, stretching this opposite glute here, going as low as you can. Maybe you're up higher. Again, totally fine. Okay, spinning into it. Then I come back, going back into that hamstring stretch, relaxing here, coming up, grabbing my foot or using a towel or belt for that quad stretch, and lastly back into that hip flexor. So a little faster, it's gonna come up, hip flexor stretch, reach, quad stretch, down, glute stretch, spin, adductors, over, adductors, spin, glute, back for hamstring, up for quad, ending with hip flexor. Play around with it, see how it feels. It really helps to open up those hips, and it's a great one for a warm-up.